What is going on, everybody? My name is Jacob. I've been a die-hard Pistons fan since 2003, and I'm eager to see this team getting back to playing winning basketball. This past weekend, Team USA Select Camp has kicked off, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about Jalen Duren. He's currently there right now, so I'm going to explain what he's doing there, how long he's going to be there, what the schedule is going to be, where you can watch some of the clips from the camp, amongst other things. And towards the back half of the video, we are going to watch a couple of the clips from the scrimmages yesterday against the full Team USA squad that will be going to the Olympics here coming up in just under a month now. But before we get on to it, if you guys are new, please subscribe. We got over the 1,000 subscriber barrier yesterday, so huge thank you. We've done this in less than 2 weeks or so on this channel, which is just absolutely insane. So I really do appreciate all the support, everyone who's watching, and even more importantly, all of the nice comments. Now, Jalen Duren was selected to the Team USA Select Camp for the second year in a row. What is the Team USA Select Camp? Every year for as long as I can remember, as long as I've been alive and following basketball, whenever Team USA is about to either go to a Olympics or a World Cup, they create what is called a select team, which is pretty much like a B squad that's going to come in before the tournaments start and actually scrimmage and play against the actual finalized roster. So of course, the finalized roster this year is just absolutely stacked after Team USA lost last year and Germany won in the World Cup. Team USA said enough is enough. Now they're bringing out the big guns. Steph is out there. LeBron, Durant, amongst some of the younger talent in the league like Halliburton, Anthony Edwards. There's even guys on the team like Kawhi. I mean, the team is just loaded. Embiid, the team is stacked. So Jalen Duren was selected to the select team, which means that today, yesterday, and tomorrow, he is going to be out in Las Vegas practicing with the actual Olympic roster, scrimmaging against them, doing all that type of stuff. If you guys remember last year, Duren was also selected to the select team when they had the World Cup, and Kade Cunningham was also a part of that select team. You guys probably remember because after that camp, there was a lot of buzz about Kade Cunningham in particular. From the sounds of it and from the clips that we saw, Kade Cunningham was just putting the absolute work to the actual main roster in the scrimmages. He was tearing it up. It was good PR for Kade. It was just brighter time for Pistons fans. Kade Cunningham is not with the select team this year, but Jalen Duren is, and he is our only Piston out there. So yesterday kicked off the first day of scrimmages, so the select team actually scrimmaged against the Team USA team. But what I will say is it can be really, really difficult to find these games or scrimmages to watch in full. I searched everywhere online. I have not been able to find a full video or full clip or whatever you would call it of the actual scrimmage itself. The best I was able to find is a Ball is Life kind of mashup that just showed some highlights. They definitely don't live stream this anywhere or anything like that, but hopefully once the actual 3-day select camp is wrapped up, we get even more footage. So it's really difficult to find videos of it, but just scouring through Twitter, there was quite the buzz going on over the past 16 hours with Pistons Twitter, because realistically the only clips that we were able to see of Duren did not show maybe what a lot of people are looking for. Now, before we actually watch these clips, I want to preface and say I think this is a great thing that Jalen Duren is a part of the select team for 2 years in a row. Iron sharpens iron. It's a great thing that he's out there with so many legends of the game, so much other up-and-coming talent. I just think that there's zero bad things that can become of a guy being a part of the select camp. I think it's great for his growth. I think that there's nothing that can be taken away from this negatively. That's myself, though. I don't think that there's any reason to overreact to anything that could happen at the select camp, despite maybe some people on Pistons Twitter picking apart the clips that we did see of Jalen Duren yesterday. So the only 2 clips that I was able to find of Duren doing anything more than like setting high screens is this first one, where Duren's actually going up against Joel Embiid right here. Joel Embiid catches the ball at the elbow. He throws a pump fake. Duren jumps, leaves his feet, and they call a ticky-tack foul. Now, the funny thing about it is if you were on Twitter or anything like that, most of the people who were not even Pistons fans were just kind of dogging on Embiid for foul baiting in a scrimmage. Look, so here's the thing. Here's my mindset on it. And like I said, I don't want to overreact to this whatsoever, but just looking at this in a vacuum, right? Like, this is sure you could say Embiid foul baiting or anything like that, but Duren should not be leaving his feet on a pump fake from the elbow from Jalen Duren, period. And like I said, I'm not going to overreact. It's a scrimmage. Like, it doesn't matter at all whatsoever. It does not matter whatsoever. But if you really just want to look at it in a vacuum, like as a basketball player, like Duren probably should not be leaving his feet in that position. Not only when he leaves his feet are these guys in the NBA so good at just jumping into you and creating contact. Guys like Embiid are going to get this call 100 times out of 100 because it's Embiid, even in the NBA. And also, too, if they decide to not even go into the contact, if you leave your feet, you're just setting yourself up for a blow-by. But, like I said, I can't stress this enough. I don't care. Like, there's people on Pistons Twitter who are like, see, this is the problem with Duren. He's not disciplined defensively, this and that. I don't care. It's like a Team USA scrimmage. I really don't care. But it is important to actually pull this stuff up because if Jalen Duren was out here dunking on Embiid and taking Embiid to school, we'd also be watching that on this channel as well, especially because it's the off season and there's a lot more to look at. So another clip that we saw of Jalen Duren was Jalen Duren kind of helping down to the corner. We can't really see what's going on here, to be honest with you, because it's a TikTok video and it was kind of short. But realistically, what you're looking at is Brandon Ingram catches the ball somewhere, the three-point line, elbow extended, and just brings it right past Duren as Duren kind of just slaps down at the ball and doesn't really take a good angle to cut him off on a direct path to the hoop. So again, not the best defense in the world, but again, as well, it's a scrimmage. So I definitely am not overreacting to this stuff whatsoever. The reason why I'm showing this is, for one, Pistons Twitter is pretty loud about this. This tweet in particular actually was titled, "This is why we need to trade Jalen Duren. He is extremely lazy on defense. Hashtag Pistons, hashtag Detroit Pistons." And, you know, a lot of people from the community and Pistons fans chimed in on that. So just bringing it up because, one, it's relevant. Pistons fans are talking about it right now. And two, it's the off season. So this is like the most exciting thing going on in the world of the Pistons right now. So that's pretty much it, really. I'm not whatsoever tripped out about this, but what I will be doing is keeping a close eye on the rest of the footage that potentially comes out from yesterday, any other scrimmages that are played today or tomorrow at the select camp. Be keeping a close eye on it because Jalen Duren's my guy. I'm fully bought in on him, and I just want to see him do well, even if he's playing a pickup game at the YMCA. I like watching Jalen Duren play good basketball, so we'll definitely be looking forward to that. And like I said, not here to overreact. This doesn't move me at all. But the kind of overarching point to talk about, Jalen Duren's defense, of course, people have critiqued it. My kickback to that would be he's 20 years old. For whatever reason, at the start of the year last year, it really looked like he was turning a corner defensively. I remember being at the Pistons home opener against the Bulls. His defense looked great that night. The game before that against the Hornets, his defense looked really good. He's one of the best rebounders in the league despite being 20. I think any of this type of stuff, the defensive awareness is just going to come with time. If Jalen Duren was in college right now, if he didn't reclassify, he'd be going into his sophomore year of college, right? If he didn't reclassify? Yeah, like, come on, guys. This dude's younger than a lot of the players in the draft. Some of these dudes who got drafted this year, like Donovan Clingan, I think is maybe 6 months younger than Jalen Duren. There's a ton of guys that got drafted this year that are older than Jalen Duren. Dudes like Devin Carter, Dalton Connect. These guys are 2-3 years older than Jalen Duren. Duren's still so young. Him being out there is good, valuable experience. I don't think that there's really a negative way to spin this unless you're just looking at these clips in a vacuum and saying it's bad defense and saying that's a reason why the Pistons should trade him, which some Pistons fans are choosing to do. You will not see that on this channel. We are a Jalen Duren fan club over here, so yeah. Anyways, guys, I appreciate all the support. We'll be back soon.